Yo, what's going on guys, it's Tom and welcome back to a brand new video, and this is episode number 9 of my F1 2015 Full House series. We're here for the British Grand Prix at Silverstone, and as you can see we're in the Mercedes for the first time this season, so last time out guys, in case you missed it, I'm not going to spoil it, you can go watch the race for yourselves. There'll be a link in the description, also an eye in the top right hand corner which you can click, but I'm going to spoil it now. So obviously last time out we actually won the Austrian Grand Prix in the Williams' Felipe Massa in absolute dominant fashion, and because of that we've now unlocked every single car available to us on the grid, and as you can see we're currently in the Mercedes now, and I know you're going to hate me for this guys, and you may have seen the title, but I've decided to go for Lewis Hamilton. Now I know Lewis Hamilton is a country mile ahead in the championship, but what I'm thinking is Rosberg has always been stronger than Hamilton on this game when it comes to AI, and then also I'm going to use Hamilton one more time, this will be my final time, and then if I ever use the Mercedes again it will be Rosberg, but I'm only basing myself off of what's happened in previous F1 championships where Rosberg has always been the faster driver than Lewis Hamilton. So hopefully this is the right decision and it doesn't have a championship too much, but nevertheless, here we are, and we're going to get up to the 5 red lights for the British Grand Prix, and we are underway, getting a pretty solid start here in our Mercedes, and I can't wait for this race because this car should feel absolutely fantastic hopefully with the grip as we now make our way into the first corner for the very first time in this race. Now try to take it nice and easy not to hit any cars there as they're starting to go really slow through turns 1 and 2 as we now make our way into turn number 3 into the loop section here. We're just going to try and dive up the inside of the McLaren there of Alonso and Jenson Button, and we're now going to try and hang around the outside of turn 4 here, Village. Can we try and maybe make a move around the outside? Yes we can, just about. We have a little bit of contact there with Marcus Ericsson who just hits our left rear, but we managed to get the move done and dusted before we get onto the Wellington straight, and we're now already up into P15 this early on, so a really solid start to the race as we now make our way later on to number 1 now. Go through Maggis, Beckett and Chappell, and I'm actually going to go for a move around the outside of Sergio Perez, which will then become the inside for Chappell as we now kick out onto the hanger straight. Can we try and hang it around the outside of Sergio Perez here? We're still side by side, he just having almost a little bit of wheel banging here. We're going to try and pick up the slipstream from around Grosjean down the hanger straight, and we're going to try and pull to the inside, maybe into Stowe. No we can't, there's a yellow flag up here for some reason, so there's been some sort of altercation up the road. Looks like a Ferrari there on the left hand side. I think that's Kimi Raikkonen who's had a bit of a spin or an incident there on the exit of Stowe, so he's had some sort of altercation in this race, and that's giving us another position along with overtaking Sergio Perez, so we're already up in the P13. But in the lap 1 as we get a massive tank slapper on the exit of the final corner there, so that could have ended really badly for us there in front of the pit straight, but we managed to catch the car quite nicely as we now make our way through turn number 1 again. A really good one of Roman Grosjean here. Can we possibly line him up for a move up the inside, maybe a turn number 3? Yes we do. We're going to try and double up the inside, but he defends quite nicely, and Grosjean with some really good defensive driving there, so we're going to try and double up the inside of turn number 4 instead, and we do make the move stick this time, and we've got ourselves right up into P12 now, so a really nice move there on Roman Grosjean. Now skipping later on at number 2, as you can see we're on the back of Felipe Nasser going through the old turn 1 Cops corner, and we're going to get a really nice run through the corner which allows us to get alongside and actually pass Felipe Nasser way before Maggits and Beckett, so a really nice move there on the Brazilian, and we're now on the back of Max Verstappen, Carlos Sainz and I believe Pastor Maldonado, so we've got a nice little 3-car train ahead of us here. We're going very slow. We're going to put alongside Max Verstappen here as we go onto the hanger straight. Can we try and pick up some slipstream here, possibly make a couple of overtakes? As you can see side by side ahead of us, Maldonado and Sainz. We're going to go up the inside and we're going to put off a wonderful triple overtake on 3 cars there on the Lotus and both of the Toro Rossos just on pure straight line speed, and a nice braking point and a very nice triple overtake to get us right up into the points, into P8, and as you can see now on lap number 3 Kvyat and Hulkenberg are currently battling for P6, so we could possibly pick up some scraps here if these two have some sort of altercation, but we're now, as you see, going onto the old pit straight here, and we're on the back of Nico Hulkenberg. We're going to pull to the inside here. We've got so much more straight line speed, and we're just going to take the inside line through Cop's corner, and we're going to make the move for P7 there, and Hulkenberg can't do anything about that, just a simple overtake there on our behalf, and we're now on the back of Danny Kvyat, who is also going to be quite slow in a straight line, so hopefully if we can pick up a little bit DRS now down the hanger straight, we should be able to pass Danny quite easily here, and we get a really nice one there on the exit of Chapel, which allows us to get right to the slipstream and open up DRS now down the back straight. We're going to go down the hanger straight here, and it's going to be a very easy move there, and Kvyat just can't do nothing about it at all. We're going to cruise up into P6, and we're already in lap 3 and we're already into P6, so we're absolutely flying here at Silverstone. We've got some absolutely incredible pace, and the home fans are absolutely loving it so far as we set our fastest lap of the race with a 1:35.3, and then exactly 1 lap later we're now on the back of Daniel Ricciardo, as you can see, and it's also been held up by I think both of the Williams there, so Massa and Bottas is coming in 3rd place, so he's a podium target this race, and we've repassed him, then we've been to the podium positions already this race, so that'd be absolutely incredible. And as you can see, kicking out to the hanger straight, we've got slipstream and DRS on Ricciardo and both of the Williams. And going into Stowe, can we possibly make a move there? No, we can't, but we're going to try and up a good exit here. We're going to get a really good run on Ricciardo, and we're going to go to the outside of the Val chicane. Can we make a move stick? We're going to try and hang around the outside, going down to second gear, and we are going to make it stick. And what a move that was on Daniel Ricciardo for P5 there, going around the outside of the Val chicane. And we're now in the back of both of the Williams, getting a little bit of oversteer at the final corner, which makes us run a little bit wide, but we're now go through turn number 1, and as you see, Massa goes really slowly there, which allows us to get a really nice run on him, go through turn 2, and now we're going to go up the side of turn number 3, so a very nice sequence of corners there, which allows us to get a nice easy overtake on Felipe Massa, and we're now on the back of Valtteri Bottas, so Massa's teammate, and Massa obviously was the guy that we drove his last race and we won the race, so Bottas is now his teammate, and he's in the pole position, so if we can get this a crowd, we'll go absolutely ballistic, because obviously I'm driving Lewis Hamilton in the British Grand Prix. As you can see, we set our fastest first sector of the races. We're going to try and go around the outside of Valtteri Bottas here. We're going to try and keep it within track limits. It can make the move stick. There's a bit of contact there, but we are going to make the move stick, and what a move that was on Valtteri Bottas. It was a bit risky taking a bit of an alternate racing line, but I made it stick nevertheless, and what an overtake that was, and I was very pleased with that one. And now, once again we broke into some clear air. We set another fastest lap there with a 1:35.1, and we've now got Sebastian Vettel ahead of us, and then ahead of him is obviously our teammate Nico Rosberg, who's actually pulled into the pit lane now. If you look at me, Rosberg is into the pit lane already, so he's in for an early stop, so that's going to promote me and Vettel up into first and second place. So as you see, skipping on later on in that number 8, we get a really nice run on Vettel now through the first old corner, and we're now going to go to the inside of Vettel. Can I make a move up the inside of Maggis and Beckett? So we are going to go for it, and what a move. We just about hang it around the outside with a massive set of balls, and we managed to make the move stick. And now at the end of that particular lap, we're actually coming to the pit lane for our first stop of the race. So obviously this is going to be quite slow. I might speed up in the edit if I remember to, but this is a very slow pit lane, guys. This is probably one of the slowest ones and one of the longest ones on the calendar. And as you can see, everyone's coming out into the pit lane now. All the mechanics are ready, and everyone's going to be firing into the pit lane now. As you can see, on the jack there, a nice easy quick stop. We're going to go onto another set of option tyres for the next stint, and then hopefully we'll put primes to the end, and that should comfortably win us the race if we get a strategy call perfect. Because as you see, Vettel did not manage to jump us, so he's still out behind us, even though we had a very slow pit stop. And now we're just going to try and get underway here. Obviously we want to see where Rosberg feeds out, because there he is right there. So there's Rosberg, he's come out ahead of us. I'm actually going to lose the rear and come out of pit lane and lose a bit of our own plate on the left hand side. We're all over the place right now, and we're going to lose the position to Sebastian Vettel, and that's a horrific pair, because we've actually lost. If you look at the left hand side of our front wing, we've lost an end plate, so we're going to have to come in the exact same lap, or the next lap, sorry, and serve yet another pit stop. So I just couldn't believe I did that. That was a really stupid move from me, because the back end just seemed to step out. I completely forgot when the pit limiter gets released, and when you can actually take over full control of the car in game. And that just really caught me out, because I haven't done this track in ages, so it just completely caught me out, and I got on the power too early, and I lost the rear end. And as you can see, I'm now paying the price by getting a new front wing and going onto a set of prime tyres earlier. So we are going to have to do another pit stop later on in the race, which means we're going to be doing one more extra stop this race, along with the front wing issue. So right now we are way down in P16, so we're in a really troublesome position here, and the fans are definitely not going to be loving this one. And as you can see, I think there's another car coming down the straight. That's Alonso there coming down the pit straight. We might actually drop down to P17 here momentarily. This time we get a pit exit nailed, and yes, we have dropped down to 17th place, so we've got a massive task on our hands. So skipping later on to lap 10, as you can see, we just come out of pit lane now, and we just skipped on a little bit further on in the lap, and there's a yellow flag here, and there's two cars up on the right hand side, and one of them is Nico Rosberg. So Rosberg has had some sort of incident, I think Carlos Sainz there, so something's going on there. Rosberg has dropped from the lead of the race to way down in like 16th or 17th place, which is shocking. And we're now going to go up the inside of Fernando Alonso at the Bell chicane there. Nice easy move up the inside on the fresh tyres, but yeah, that Rosberg incident was absolutely shocking. I have no idea what happened there to our teammate, but he's had a really bad incident, and that has just pushed him way down the order. So right now Mercedes are in a really poor position, and as you can see, we're right on the back of Nico Hülkenberg now, going onto the hanging straight. We've got DRS wide open, and we're going to just go around the outside and breeze past him like he's not even there. A nice easy move up into P13 for us, so we're already making our way well back into the points if we keep this pace going, and there's still 14 laps or so to go, so we've still got a long way to go in this race. But skipping later on in the race, as you can see, looking at the bottom left hand side on the meet up, there's a lot of cars there, and looking up ahead, there's a yellow flag, so something's going on here. And there's Rosberg once again, so we're going to lap Rosberg in the space of a lap, and there's all sorts of cars here, and something must have gone on here. We've got Verstappen and Perez going off on the right hand side there, and it looks like there's all sort of contact. It looks like someone might have lost their front wing, and it's just caused absolute havoc. And Nasser's starting it right back up our inside, but I don't know what the hell is happening right now. I think someone must have lost the front wings. Another car there slowing down, and that's Carlos Sainz who's going slow without a front wing, I think. So there's been some sort of incident, a massive incident, and everyone just seems to have got tangled up, and we've got ourselves up in a P8 from that. So just an absolute freak incident on this, just in that particular part of the track, and a lot of the midfield cars got just caught up in it, and that's promoted us back up into P8, into the points, and we're now on the back of Pastor Maldonado. We could possibly be getting P7 very, very shortly here, as we now get a really nice run out of Chapel onto the hangar straight. We're going to try and kick out quite nicely, get some good traction. We're going to get alongside Pastor Maldonado, open up the DRS, and this should be a foregone conclusion before we even get to Stowe Corner, and we're now up into P7. So that was a freak incident, but it's definitely benefited us, and that obviously makes incident that we had coming out of pit lane look a lot less bad, because obviously we've made up for that quite nicely. And skipping later on lap 17, because we've got all the cars in the pit lane except for Danny Kvyat, sorry, and me and Kvyat stayed out a couple more laps, and now Kvyat actually pits 1 lap later. So I'm going to go a bit longer in this thing, because I've got some good pace on these prime tyres, and I feel like I can maybe drag him out a little bit, and then hopefully at the end we go into the options and try and pull off some absolute worldy lap times and pull off a quality stint. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And as you can see, 1 lap later to when Kvyat appeared, 2 laps later when the rest of the AI pit, we're now into the pit lane for our final stop of the race. And hopefully this stop goes according to plan, and we should be going onto the option tyres for the final stint of this race here. As you can see, hitting our marks there quite nicely, and we have a pretty slow stop of 2.4 there. So obviously this game is actually quite realistic compared to what the Mercedes do in real life, because they're not exactly the best in the pit lane when it comes to their pit stops. And as you can see, we're now back onto the white wall medium tyres, and we've got Kvyat who's actually taking the lead of the race. So that's one of the first times ever I've seen a Red Bull lead a race in this game. And Raikkonen's also passed, and so is Valtteri Bottas right there. So we're down to P4, but if we come out of P4, this would be absolutely incredible, because we was actually down in P8 before the pit stop. So we do manage to maintain our 4th place, and also absolutely worldy undercut, and it just benefited us so much. And we're going to get a really good run on Bottas and just breeze past him like he's not even there on the fresh tyres. And right now we're on a mission to try and win this race, because we've got some absolutely incredible paces. We sit at 1:32.8, an absolutely incredible lap time, just a stonking lap. And as you see now on lap 21, Raikkonen and Kvyat tossing for position for the lead of the race, and we're just going to come breezing past them. We're just going to go flying up the inside of Magnus and Beckett, almost hitting their car, but we're just going to breeze past them, and not even there, and take the lead of the race in dramatic fashion. And we're now going to skip later on. As you can see, we set another fastest lap of the race at 1:32.5, and we're just putting on a show for the home fans. And now skipping all the way onto the final lap of the race, and we are going to come through to win the British Grand Prix. And what a race that was, and what a recovery drive, and another 25 points on the board to get us really up the sharp end in the championship and really mount a title fight. And as you see, just looking at the podium, I sort of just realised now, I think I'm still second in the championship, but I'm not going to gain anything on Hamilton, because I drove as Hamilton, so the gap's actually going to stay the same. However, we do probably pull away from those behind us, which is a good thing. But like I said, this will be the last time I use Hamilton probably this series. So any of you Hamilton fans out there, just drink this in and soak it up. This will probably be the last time ever, unless Rosberg pulls off some absolutely dramatic comeback, and Lewis has a really, really poor next part of the season. But nevertheless, we're going to move into the final race results to see how everything panned out. And that's actually one of the most surreal and most incredibly strange races of the season. And as you can see, we take the race win with Kvyat in second and Bottas third on the podium. That for a start. And then we had Massa in fourth, Ricciardo in fifth, both of the Saubers and both of the McLarens in the points from 6th all the way down to 9th place. And Sebastian Vettel managed to scrape a point right in the race there. So Vettel must have had some sort of incident, because he was up the sharp end, and there must have been some sort of altercation there. And there it is, as you see, Raikkonen and Rosberg way down in 16th from 18th. So an absolutely incredible race there, and a really, really strangely mixed up grid, and definitely one of them freak races, and a freak incident, and I'll never be able to explain what exactly just happened, but I'm not going to complain. I will take 25 points. That will be perfect for us for the championship. And that was exactly what the doctor ordered. And we're now going to move into the driver's standing to see how everything pans out after that incredible race. And that was definitely a race of the season contender right there. But looking at the driver's championship, as you can see, we are now in second place behind Lewis Hamilton, and we managed to overtake Raikkonen, Vettel and Rosberg, but we are a few points behind Hamilton, quite a fair few points actually. And Button also gets himself into the sharp end of the top 10. And looking at the second half of the table, not many changes here except for Ericsson getting his first points of the season. But nevertheless, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to check out any of the standings, then obviously just pause the video at your own will. But if you want to check out any links, Twitter, Instagram, partnership, all that good stuff, it's all in the description down below. If you want to check out our playlist, there's also a link in the description down below. And there you guys, that's about it from me in this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like down below. If you're new around here, please be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video very soon. So I'm Thomas HD, and I'm out. Goodbye.